So you open number 2, close 7-8. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. Can you see me? So shall I do the honor of to open the session? Or, can you put 7-8 a little bit down in the mixer? 7-8, 7-8. That's not 7-8. Okay, with the usual level of improvisation, we are starting the community meetup number 12. We're here with our dear regular friends, Nikki, Richard, Rik, Wouter, and we have some new faces, and we have two guests coming a little bit later from Germany, so we'll talk more about that later. We're going to do a bit of an experiment today. We have a bit of a different format, and we're going to do a very short presentation. We were hoping to also have here Johan and Timo, but we have a train strike today, so they are not present. My solidarity goes to the workers, but unfortunately we're missing these two valuable live coders and speculating some audience as well. But maybe Nikki and I can talk a little bit about ICLC, the International Conference of Live Coding that happened last week in Barcelona, which was very nice and very intense. And we both presented performances. So maybe, I don't know if, shall I start, Nikki, with like just showing some stuff, or yeah? So then I'm going to move to back to my computer. Can you close number 2? 2, yes. Again, yes, and let's switch to my screen. Yes, number 1. Here we are. Okay, great. So, well, this is from a previous performance, and the music that was playing on the placeholder. So more on this maybe later. This was Hydra and Strudel, but ICLC. This is the webpage for the conference. It was really great, really ambitious event with a lot of stuff going on. We were starting quite early at 9 in the morning, or 9, 10 in the morning some days, going all the way till 10, let's say. And of course, there's always time for human interaction with live coders from all over the world that were there, gathered in Barcelona. It was really nice. Nikki had the fortune to play even later, like at 2 in the morning, but I leave that to her. If you follow these streams, or if you were here last month in May, I presented with my dear friend Rafael, who's a live coder from Brazil, who lives in Amsterdam, and we prepared something together. This was the room. It was quite full and full of nice people. This is us in action here. We have a lot of cables as usual. And I talked really briefly about our performance. This was basically we both love film, and we both work in a way in film. Rafael is a composer. I'm a sound designer. So we prepare something special with film. Using Rafael used a matrix, kind of granular matrix of video and audio, which he used to reproduce a video that we created, which was sort of a montage of science fiction films. And then I was kind of reprocessing his image, and I was also creating my own sounds on using mostly MIDI on Reaper. I would like to show that maybe. If this doesn't take forever, I should be able to fetch this. Here it is. Booting. So then I want to talk a little bit about this. There were workshops. Okay, so this is something I did later in one of the workshops. I'm going to talk about this in a moment. This is the actual performance. So here you can see, let me hide the mixer, hide the video window, and now you can see these are the MIDI notes that I created during the performance. As you can see, they're distributed over different instruments. Everything went very well and smooth in spite of this tremendous amount of information that the software was receiving. So I was combining this kind of like granular approach to MIDI with the granular sound synthesis from Rafael. This was for the performance, and I wanted to just very quickly touch on two of the workshops. There were many workshops on one of the last days. In one of the workshops with Alex McLean and some other live coders and pattern-friendly people from the UK, we did a session about patterns, and there was a call also to open a pattern club. So maybe we can also in the future open a pattern club here in Rotterdam as well. And because my background is in sound design for cinema, so I use a lot of sometimes files from like samples for example background sounds, and I thought of bird songs. So if I show a little bit of what a spectrogram of a bird song, that's not what I want. I want a spectrogram. Yeah, let me find something that is descriptive of what I want to show, something like this. So you see, this is more or less what if I open image in new tab, this is more or less what we see when we can actually see the singing of a bird. And there was a lot of talk in the workshop about regularity and symmetry, and I thought that there are also patterns that are asymmetrical and not so regular. So I also use this granular MIDI thing to create patterns of notes that, were a little bit, I was trying to imitate this kind of waves, this kind of spectral signature of the morphology of the sing of a bird. So this is it. And then later on, there was like this is like everybody that contributed to the conference. There was a lot of people. There was this great workshop with Ted. Nikki was also there. She's not in the picture because she's a little bit back to the left. But here's Ted Davis. He created P5 Live and also High Five Live. And this workshop was a bit both about High Five and about P5 Live, and it was really great. So we're gonna do a bit of a kind of fair show here, and I'm gonna show a little bit also of how I've been using P5 Live. Hopefully, if there's time. But I think for now that's enough for me. And maybe Nikki, would you like to say something about this? Yeah, let's pass the microphone to Nikki.
Okay, so one of the crazy things to me is how many live coding languages and environments there are, and I've seen so many that I've never seen before, and also so many people write their own, and I just wanted to tell about my favorite things I learned about. I mean, this is not all of them because I didn't take all my notes, but my favorite thing was Noodle that I learned about. But they're close today because they're writing a collaborative paper. So Noodle is an environment. Well, it's I think mostly Strudel, which is a music live coding language environment for the web, which is a JavaScript version of Tidal Cycles, if you're familiar with that. And then it's like this room where everyone just comes together and makes their music. And Lou, I think their like artist name is Toad Pond, made this amazing keynote presentation, which was really funny about what is actually live. Like when is something live in live coding? And then they also told about this environment. So this is a place where people normally come together to code music, but there's a lot of things like they have weather in this app. So one day a week, for example, it's closed, or some things are changed in there, and there's like this whole I don't know, like lore that got created around it. But I guess I cannot show it today because they're closed, because they're writing a paper where everyone can edit everything in the paper. But I still have to read this, but it's probably interesting to put in the notes as well. But I guess they explain here what it actually is. Oh wow, they actually made a paper out of it. This was actually also of the conference something really interesting to me, the amount of papers and research that's been done around live coding, which is really cool. And I think you can find most papers on the ICLC website, and it goes really far from like really, really advanced super collider weird stuff that I don't know anything about, and also analog video things, super interesting research, things about inclusivity, all those things. And then yeah, this was my favorite. And then another one that I really liked was the Kabel salad. I think I can also open it here. I haven't tried it out myself yet, but I just really love graphs, so I wanted to share this. Because, I don't know, it's some weird synthesizer graph coding language. And then also I wanted to go for this one. So Ailey decided to kind of revive this Python live coding music language called Foxdot. And I think that one is not maintained anymore. So he made his new version of it, and it's still very much in alpha. I went to his workshop, and it's really fun. But yeah, you can try it out. Maybe give him some, like, I don't know, feedback, encouragement, because I think it's a really cool project. And then my other favorite one was Sardine, and that is this one. Yeah, I don't know so much about this one, but I know cool people made and use it, so can recommend. So I will also put that in the notes. Yeah, I just wanted to share some of the environments I learned about. I don't know if you have some environments you learned about you want to add. Well, that's it for me anyway.
The question is if there were examples of music in the website.
I don't know if there is going to be audio. But this is just Foxtrot, actually. This is not Renato. I will... Yeah, I guess not yet, but I guess we can show Foxtrot.
I'm logging into video.
Sure.
Give me a second. Yes.
And also saying this for the record, I decided to start making live coding music instead of just visuals last week, so keep me accountable.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, this is from my laptop, but can hold it to the stomach. It's fine. No, it's okay. Yeah, that works, I guess. I guess that gives an impression.
What makes it so interesting in comparison to something like tidal cycles or something?
Well, I never coded music using live coding before, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just find like the idea like of these languages, like with this one, I feel it's pretty accessible to me. Also, I don't know, I haven't done too much Python, but it's like decent learning curve, you know, opposed to Super Collider, which is known to be a bit more complicated. And even though I've had many guys tell me how amazing it is and I should definitely try it, I will not be trying it in the near future. Sorry.
I can maybe give an answer about that because I was with Ryan in Sheffield a few years ago, and I got a rough impression. I didn't use Foxtrot that much, but it has a really cool way of patterning that you can. It works really nicely as a sampler, like the way you use kind of like, you know, in tidal cycles or, for example, in Strudel. You use like kind of like an array of numbers or lists, you know, as a sequence. And in Foxtrot, you use these symbols as, you know, to kind of like create a sequence. And it's very visual. So I think that kind of hooked a lot of people, especially doing like, you know, electronic music. So I didn't use it very much. So this I can only give you a bit of a superficial answer, but that's one difference maybe that is more similar to some other languages. Like there's this JavaScript, like Gibber. I'm not sure how you pronounce this. This is like, yeah, and that was also like you would kind of like type in a sequence, you know, with like symbols like X and dash and stuff like that, and each symbol will represent that your sample does something. Yeah. Okay. So a bit of not a great answer, but some kind of an answer. I think so. I think that's what. If I remember correctly, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes. I guess I can also show some pictures of my performance. Maybe that's fun because it's like maybe a bit more unconventional crossover of live coding with other scenes. I think, yeah, here it is. Where is this? What? Wait, this is not working. I mean, it's also nice for an impression to just see the other pictures, I guess. To just scroll through it slowly, but I guess most of these are of the 2 performance evenings. This is from the Algorave. There was some cool singing stuff. Timo and Lina, this is Timo. He made the live coding environment Mercury for music, and this is Lina. They did drums and guitar, while also live coding, sometimes at the same time, sometimes like one at a time, which was really, really cool. And then this is Soul and Rocks. I think Soul did super cool dancing troll visuals. Rox made some cool music. This was analog visuals. Really loved it. Really cool analog video setup. And then it's Char and Remy doing a set. And then what we did is this crossover between ballroom culture and live coding. My friend Wilbert, who came up with this project, he couldn't be here because he lives in Eindhoven and no trains. He came up with this super cool idea because he's involved in the ballroom scene in Eindhoven to combine these worlds together that he is involved in. So he recorded some clips of ballroom dancers in Eindhoven, and we also found a dancer in Barcelona. And in the visuals, I then used the videos he took and brought them together then with like an actual live dancer there, which was really fun. I think not many people expected it to be a dancer that night, so I don't have that many videos yet, but I hope it will be. Yeah, this is the visuals. The mix is a bit crazy, but in the background you have the dancer in Eindhoven. I'm using Hydra to do this, by the way. And then, yeah, the dancer made a great show, and it was really amazing to see these worlds come together. Yeah, that was the performance that we did.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. Can you go back to the hack page, Nikki? And so we have this page online. That's I think the link is on the stream of the video. In it, you'll find links to this PDF documents that came directly from Ted Davis. He was really cool and gave us some a really nice compilation of functions of P5 Live and or P5JS rather, and Hydra functions. So we're going to be sharing that also with everyone who's interested. So this is a really nice compilation, and it goes very well with our Hydra master, Rik Mertens, who has been doing a series on Hydra functions in the previous editions. So this could be a very nice document to follow through. One more thing, I'm having some struggle to paste the link in the hack site, but I'm gonna put it on the YouTube stream at least, and let's see how to share it. But I can also read it. There's a vlog session. Maybe I can go here and show it, number 1. So now I added just a really simple oscillator here, but feel free, those of you who are here and with a laptop, and if you are home in your computer, to join this URL, vlog.cc concerned-peach-dinosaur- and hex like a hex sequence of symbols here, FD04:911. So it's a beautiful random name that I'll repeat: vlog with a K.cc concerned-peach-dinosaur-FD04:911. So this thing will be on as we proceed with the evening. And for now, I think it's time for me to be quiet and move on to the next moment. Hello. We're back. So we have some live coders in the room that are going to tell us a little bit about what environment they use, and like kind of a small introduction of
I'm
our.
not sure that I can show anything really, but yeah, okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I just. Oh, I don't have. I think. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
Right.
I can do the.
Okay.
You use your hands.
Okay.
I do the reportage.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I just learned about Strudel View maybe like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, and I watching different videos about how to use it. Yeah, maybe.
What's your name and where do you live? Just a little bit of a background.
Yeah, of course. My name is Denis Den. I'm live in Rotterdam. Yeah, originally I'm from Belarus. So, yeah, I'm a professional software developer and yeah, open. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and just yeah, I don't know, like found a really cool live coding for myself as a part of more like creative side of me, I would say, if it exists. Yeah, yeah. I think I would say like maybe about struggles and like things which I noticed when I just started. That like difference in cycles per minute and beats per minute. A little bit confusing for beginning because yeah, if you like use like 4 beats, then it's like kind of synced, right? But if you use like 3 or like syncopated stuff, it's beginning too fast or too slow. And I don't know what is a good approach. It was my question, like how to approach things when you add to patterns more elements, like this one, right? So if I will do like, yeah, if it's like 4 elements in a pattern, then it's fine. But if it's 5, then it's become faster. And how to approach this in a live code, I don't know still. Yeah, arrangement also interesting how to do because I was experimenting with like scenes. Oh, I think I need to. I need to.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I will try. Let's try. Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is like how to set up like a flow when music is developing and like when you're trying to find how to say tension, like development in music and like some kind of culmination. Yeah, if we add like I think, yeah, now it's like kind of, yeah, it's fine, right? But if I will do like this, no, it's because of I think this, right? Yeah, but anyway, I just learned how to do it, right? So yeah, then for instance, if we add hi-hats, then it's kind of start like working like that. And then for instance, if you want like some drop or like some when everything started doing it, a little bit like strange how to do it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you have ideas or questions like I can answer can help me answer on these questions. Yeah.
This sounded fantastic, and we're gonna continue this conversation. Thank you very much. That was great. Yeah, this just very quickly. There's what you did. Like so, when you do this curved brackets, that then it cycles over each one of them. So that's a way to do it. And you can also there's like a modulo function that we can maybe show later. Yeah. That then you can also specify how many. So you can have more elements. You can have, for example, 5 elements in the group. In the list, but then with the modulo you can say give me only 4 of this, and then it iterates over this. But we can go a bit deeper into it. Thank you so much. That was really nice.
Response? Oh, in the microphone. What videos do you watch to learn? Because I also, like, I haven't had much time, but I'm trying to learn Stoodle as well. So maybe you have some recommendations.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't find anything really useful. It was like just few YouTube shorts, and I found that it's really like no information about this. There was like only one lecture from two guys. Maybe it's like from this guy, this Dan Gorelik.
Yeah.
They have
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, I think he just like show, but he also didn't want it. And yeah, I'm going to go deep because I have like experience. For me, it's like really water. I would say I really understand how it's going, and I'm willing to deep more. Maybe for in future, I will prepare some better quality stuff, I would say.
This was already great, and there's another video of Dan that they go a little bit deeper. This is more about connectivity, I think, the one you were watching. So I'm gonna look that up and put it on our pad. And maybe for now, Richard, would you like to say a word? Maybe we give you this other mic. Quick, stay there.
Oh, hello. Am I here? I think it works. Great. Well, so my weapon of choice is High Five Live because it can actually combine like P5 and Hydra, which is sick. And actually, it's actually great today that I'm currently here because yesterday I was asked by a friend of mine to do like VJing for the 65th anniversary of Cinerama, so I have to come up with something within a week. So that's interesting. Fortunately, I have High Five Live, and like I said, last period I've been trying to learn P5 a little bit, which is of course making more manual graphics. And sort of the nice thing about it, of course, is that I can actually make more complicated visuals. For example, here I was experimenting with sort of bit slime forms. All these little worms, a little bit. They have sensors and they sense each other, and if they sense each other, they should steer into another direction. And yeah, what I really love just about it is that I can just I don't know, just put that whole the whole what is it? Just the whole video synthesizer goodness over it. I don't know, just noise it a bit, then does it? Cannot access molds before initialization. How? This is always a nice thing with live demos. Okay. Oh, yeah, now it does something. I don't know. And now we've got an asset trip, which is pretty neat. I don't know. I always prefer. Found it also really nice. It used to be some sort of boring. I don't know. Just this thing. And I sort of love the creativity of that it can just become, I don't know, also an asset trip. I think there are some sort of pattern where just everything that I make becomes an asset trip. So that's pretty neat. I don't know, more circle thingies. I think it would be nice to maybe make some sort of automatic, to give it some sort of automatic path and also make it react to music, sort of. More circles. What's this? Oh, and this is just the wavy thing. Let's see. Does this also do? Oh, yeah, sort of the effect from before. Yeah. So P5 Live, love it. Also, if somebody, I'm sort of trying to make in P5 Live sort of a function where it can make an external preview of the whole thing without the code. But if somebody knows how to also make it update, please say. Yes.
The workshop with Ted Davis, who made these tools, he told us that he decided not to continue in High5, but instead, like, it's better to integrate it in P5 Live instead. And he just put a new update where you can actually put both the code and the visuals separate. And there is a shortcut to put in
where?
P5 Live. And I forgot it. It's in the top. You need to. Okay.
I remember. Let's do this. Yes, this was great. I was mind blown by this information. So go to P5 Live. Yes, that's the one from Ted's page. And now you're gonna go to the top of the screen. So click OK to go to the top of the screen before the setup. Just with the cursor, go to the top. And now maybe hit enter to have a space, and then go to line 1 and type lowercase High5. Just that. High5. And now tab. It should work. Yeah, it was just this.
As an HY5?
HY5 tab. This should work. I'm going to try it on my machine.
Oh, it's in. Oh, it is. Oh, you mean as in tab, as in
yes,
like tab on
that's
the
it.
keyboard.
That's it. And now P5 Live loaded everything it needs to be High5 Live, and you can still use the contextual menu from P5 Live. That is, works a lot more better, and you have like the recording function and like the saving samples and cloning and all that stuff is like so much better. Yeah?
Put the Hydra within the sandbox.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes this sandbox and then initializes P5 so as a source. So then
so if I would just, I don't know, copy something.
In theory,
yes. It could work.
But it maybe the structure is a bit different, yeah.
That's a good plan.
Inside of the sandbox, up one level up. Here.
Let's see. This should.
There it is. Yeah. So that.
Yeah, I see the source 0 here, and then I could. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think now if you copy something from
I just grab something from here, then
maybe even from the setup it may work actually.
Let's
just replace this. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Yay! It does something. Woo!
Thank you, Ted.
Wow! I learn something every day. Wee.
And then on the top right, in the little screen, you can choose either the code or the visuals to pop out.
Yeah, you have a pop-out window. Yeah.
Oh my God. It is sort of moving, but I think maybe my laptop's just chugging or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I should finally upgrade. Yeah, apparently.
And okay, he showed also this recording function that I've not used before, but you can, if you are trying something out, you can also just record, and it will record your code, and then you can play it back, and then it will play all the changes, all the additions to your code, and you can pause it, and then maybe create a clone. You clone your sketch from that position. So that's a really cool feature that, it's not going to be developed on High Five Live, because now he did this.
No, fair enough. I mean, if you made this already.
Yeah, exactly. The contextual menu already is so great here, and so he integrated now High Five Live here, and it's it's a world to discover.
This will autosave opposed to the Hydra saving. The High Five has this option where you have to manually save, but this updates automatically, so you need to make a copy if you want to save a state.
Huh. It's kind of sick.
It is.
Thank you, Ted Davies.
Thank you, Ted Davies. We love you.
Well, introducing my new private environment. Well, I guess I learn something every day. Well, I guess that was it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Tell us more about the event.
Oh yeah. Cinerama. It's the old cinema at the block. They exist for 65 years, and they have their anniversary, and they're organizing sort of a big party next week. And I with a couple of friends are going to do some sort of bring your own beamer type VJ setup, and so there will be a DJ, and we will just be projecting like visuals over the space. It's sort of a last moment thing because he just asked me last week, so that's great timing. But and also by the way, I don't know if you also noticed, but they're threatened with closing because the owners of their building think that they have a more profitable application for it. So if you want to, there's like an action group, and they're trying to figure out how to keep Cinerama. So if you want to stay updated, follow their Instagram or the newsletter at actiongroupcinerama.nl. So that's the ad for today.
That's very nice. Support Cinerama, and let's hope they manage to stay afloat. Can you repeat the date? When is your performance in Cinerama?
It's the next week Saturday, the 14th, and I'll be there. It's from 6 o'clock until 4 in the morning, I guess.
Excellent.
So that will be a while.
Saturday 14th, Saturday night. Saturday night. There's going to be exciting visuals and DJing at Cinerama.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Who would like to say something?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I take this opportunity to a very quick self-promotion to tell you should come to my graduation show next month. And it is 3rd of July till 8th of July, and I will show something very cool and interactive, and there is some code used and you can use it live, so I guess that counts as live coding, right? So come to The Hague and come see the interactive media design department with the graduation show. It's the 3rd till the 8th of July. I will try to convert it to the English version because now I'm on the Dutch version. Yeah. Okay, so be there. It's gonna be cool. Thanks. End of advertisement block.
Okay, we're gonna play some weird music until we can connect this next laptop. Welcome back. So I'm gonna switch. You have the camera? Yes. So HMI, yes. Almost there, almost there. There we go. Let's have a nice spaghetti table here. And HMI, and it is my honor to present. My dear friend Flor is here. We have your screen here. Here you are. You have a microphone. Is it working?
Hi. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear myself,
There
so
we
you
go.
can hear me.
Okay, I'm gonna silence myself now.
So thanks Seb for the invitation. I'm very happy to randomly and magically be here because we come with David from Germany. So with the trains, it was not possible. But we managed to get to Rotterdam, so we are very happy. It's my first time in the meetup, so I'm not very sure how is the dynamic, but maybe I would like to show what I was working recently with. So next week, also like as a promotion, but I'll be giving a workshop in CCU on Saturday, and it's related to code poetry. That this to me, it's not just about poetry in itself, like to make a poem, but how to use text as a combination of textures and text as a different input that is related to probably more making iterations, or in relation to concrete poetry that is like also text as more as an image. And in this sense, I've been working since like some time already, combining Hydra with P5.js. So maybe I can. I in general I like to use the Hydra editor, but I also use P5 Live, and so for example, one could just load also P5 in Hydra. This is an instance, so it's every time it's like a mini tutorial. I don't know, yes. But it could be also interesting. So this is a P5 code that is in the Hydra editor. So one should put like a name for the class that is like belonging to P5. So in this case, I just use P because it's just short. Every P5 function should have the P before. So text as a function from P5 should go p.text. So one could put here, I don't know, hello, right? And then like kind of center. It's kind of funny to talk and type at the same time. And then, actually what is happening here is that there are like two canvases at the same time. So there's a P5 canvas and the Hydra canvas. So one should hide the P5 canvas because otherwise it would be on top of the Hydra canvas. And what we want is to use this just as a source in the same way that one uses a camera or other external source from Hydra. So the way to do it is like something like this. And then I like to put a solid here first. And then one could just layer or whatever blending mode you like. And theoretically, it should be there. What could also happen is that the text is black. So let's see. Yeah. So then I could also change text size. And I could, I don't know, let's make it very big. And maybe I need a clear here. And maybe just for obsession. So so this is so far P5 in Hydra, but one could of course use everything that is in Hydra there, like for example modulate, noise. And then, of course, we could just do something like this, or then also make it slower. So yeah, basically one could work with text in this sense and use it as a texture for transforming also with Hydra. I don't know how long I can speak in here, but
As long as you want.
okay. So, but then, yeah, maybe I show another tool that I was using. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Why you comment this line?
The first one.
Yeah. Why did you? Oh, why? Yeah. Why did you comment the first line and it's still working? Like you, like kind of not initialized as this P.
Because so the thing with Hydra is that there are like many external libraries that one could load, but in this case, P5 is kind of installed in Hydra, and when you call this function, it's like every time you call it, it's like creating a new instance of P5. So you just need to call it one time.
Can you like create a P1, P2? Can you create P1, P2, like?
Yeah, you
and
can.
they will draw different elements, you mean, right?
It will create like different canvases.
Okay. And then you can apply it to this init s0.init and put them there.
Yeah, I mean, you would need like maybe S1, for example, because S0 now is this P, but you can have P1, and then you would do the same, and then just put S1.init.
Okay, and then you will use it S1 as a source here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could also have another thing, like, for example, S1.init. I think my camera, init come. And then, well, now it's there. But what I could do, for example, is use it here. And then, yeah, maybe I need perhaps a bigger font. Let's try with this. And at some point I will appear, or maybe I just comment this line. Yeah, so.
Cool. It's kind of like combining them together.
Yeah. So yeah, there are like many possibilities, and then of course, what I really like about combining personally Hydra and P5 is like all of the interactive part slash or plus like more math things that one can do with P5. But then, so for me, I always say that P5, so I studied drawing, and so my background is like really more like, I had to learn to program after my studies, and for me, it feels like I always try to find like analogies to understand programming, or what does it mean, a function, or what is it doing. And to me, Hydra feels more like painting, because it's like more like this. It gives me the feeling more like a dropping paint, like it's more imprecise and more like expressive, if you want, in that sense. And P5 to me feels more like drawing, in the sense that you can be very accurate with positions or with shapes and the things that you are creating. And I feel like when you combine both, then you have like crazy things as well, or another hybrid thing that is not drawing or not painting, or drawing and painting and whatever is there. Yeah, so this is one of the things that I want to show in this workshop. And another thing that I'm very, very excited, and I'm still also learning, and it feels like super interesting, is like it's called P5 ASCII. This is another library that it's made by human by definition. And there are like there's a documentation, but at some point I'm still like, so this documentation is quite new, so I'm trying to find maybe here playgrounds. I'm using mostly like the editor in here, like the P5 editor, but it's like developing, and the person that is doing this is also like updating all the time and creating new functions. So this one, okay, so this one is just for P5. Well, not just, but so the thing is that this is literally ASCII-fying everything that is in P5. So, which I think is also like, very interesting, because it brings, another layer of text as texture, and you can.
Super cool.
And you can for sure also change all the like the characters that are here. You can change the colors. Maybe I log in here. Sometimes I don't know why it's like logging me out. Yeah, sorry.
You have elevator music.
Yeah. Yes. Now I think I'm back. What? I don't know what happened. Okay, try again. Yeah, I close the tab and I will try again. I don't know. Yeah, now I'm there. Random. Okay. Never happened to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for example, this is like something that I was doing. I don't even remember what I was doing here, guys. But I was. So this is also like the P5 editor, but it has also Hydra. So there's like a Hydra texture that is being ASCII-fied. And it's also possible to load this in the P5 Live, but there's a workaround to do this, and I don't have it in this laptop here to show it. But and I was doing like this, like very slow transitions, because I'm trying to make like an image for making T-shirts for where I'm working at. That is it's in Dortmund in Germany. It's called Collab. So I was taking like the typography, like the characters from Collab, and it's like kind of randomizing the fonts there. And I wanted this to be just very basic, like black and white thing. So it's like more minimal. And what is also interesting is that there is like this brightness render. So there are like two basic things that it's doing. Basically, P5 ASCII is like a kind of WebGL, like a shader that it's on top, and it's like converting pixels into a grid, and it's this grid is like being replaced with text. So it's taking these images or like the images by the brightness, and then it's like interpreting like the brightness is by this contrast is creating this like the K goes here or the slash goes here, but there's also like the edge detection also, and this is also like another character. So the slash that are like being interpreted here is because this is like the edge of the shape, and it's very abstract, but it's because I'm like maybe this is like also like a complex Hydra sketch, complex for understanding what is happening, right? But maybe I just put an OSC so it's easier to see, because probably it's more.
Yeah.
So with this and what is also cool is like, so now I'm working with this fixed color, but I could also use sampled and the characters as well. So this would also interpret like the colors from Hydra. So maybe let's leave this in fix. I think I'm running out of battery, so the PC, the laptop starts to go slower. But you get the point.
Yes.
And if I change now the colors here in Hydra, we could also have like let's make a rainbow.
Yes.
So, basically this is, I mean, I'm doing many things, but this is maybe what I'm interested to show here, because I see that everyone is also using P5 Live, Hydra, so kind of, fun.
Great. Pretty cool.
Nice, cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
One is in your hand. Yeah. Do we have questions for Flor before we go to a short break? Anyone?
I can do some questions. You good? I got it. Thanks. Thanks for a cool presentation. So I did not know about ASCII, and I know that Hydra was built on P5, so it makes sense that you can just import it and do stuff with it. I never really tried though. There's a lot of overlap in what Hydra does and what P5 does. Sorry, I'm just gonna completely bypass the presentation and dive into some questions. Do you feel that it is more applicable to use the P5 things because then you have more of the options? Or do you, for instance, you can call the camera in Hydra, but then it will just call it in P5 again, but it's shorthand? So when you're doing a thing live, what comes easier to you? Is it the Hydra shorthand or the P5 extended edition?
Personally, I started coding with Hydra like around 2018. So using Hydra for me is very like easy and comfortable, and coding, like live coding with P5, I don't feel like crazy comfortable, but because also there are like with Hydra is like I know all the functions, but with P5, what happens to me is like, what was this function? Okay, then I remember this function, but then I have to go to the references and see like the order of the things, because I'm not entirely sure all the time where things goes, and of course there are some functions that, I mean, you saw me, I wrote from scratch something. It's not that I can't, but I think it's, I feel more comfortable with Hydra for sure. But I also like to get out of my comfort zone, and that's why I'm always trying new things. And I feel, nowadays I like to, I would say, to combine both. And I feel maybe sometimes it's not like you have to do something like super complicated, and you see now, it is a bit complicated, but because of there are like many functions, but I'm using just an OSC here, and there are so many things going on. So what I'm trying to say is that probably there's not like always the need to make something like complicated just because, and it becomes just on the need of what you want to do. And maybe sometimes it makes sense to use images in Hydra, or sometimes it makes sense to load it in P5. I think one can do both, or the camera. I think it really depends on for what you want this.
Yeah, I agree. I use Hydra because I think the whole P5 thing, I have everything in JavaScript available, and then everything becomes too much. So I like how the Hydra box sort of slices off all this cruft that you don't need to be effective. But then I'm always wondering, but in P5 there is all this other stuff that I'm not using, and maybe FOMO. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's two different approaches. It feels to me, that's why I was saying, like, to me it feels more like one is more let's paint, and then the other one is like more drawing, but not drawing just like a doodle. It can be like drawing, like technical drawing also, like you can get even like work literally with perspective when you work with these 3D environments, and then you can even like change the camera perspective and go orthogonal, like change the perspective. It gets like really more precise in that sense, and I find it also like like really interesting as well. But there's like it's endless, as we were also looking in the other presentation, like also with P5 Live, like so many things that one could do. And then when you also add inputs like microphone or the camera, or it's
a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks. Also, I like the Askifier. I'm gonna look into that. It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to do questions? Pick somebody's brain. Have a cool story.
Yes.
Okay, because I've heard a lot of new live coding programs. I've only really been, I'm like writing a little bit of code and processing. But like, so yeah, P5, cool. But like, I think it's quite funny because I'm like, I would want to get into live coding and what this is. What is maybe your suggestion for the easiest way to start?
Well, for me personally, I started with Hydra coding. I was not into programming at all, and before this, years before, I was also doing stuff with Arduino, and I was like, loading the things from the library, but I was like, no, I'm not coding here. I'm just using these examples. And so I was not aware that I was doing things. And then I was also trying with processing some years before, like starting with Hydra, and the feeling to me was like, such a complicated thing to make a triangle, and it was like just so overwhelming to me. And and now it's not so much, but because I started to me Hydra had like something more friendly that I could connect with and I could understand easily, And I feel like once you start programming, what it's important is like crossing this barrier of frustration. You know, I think it's mostly about that, and maybe also to be aware that there's no one single solution to do things, and not one single approach, especially when we are like talking about like this creative coding / live coding things. And yeah, for me it was easier, or more, I got more hook with Hydra. But later on, this is also something that happens to me with programming. It's like, okay, now that I can do this, like, what else can I do? Or can I add this thing? So it's like this step-by-step thing. So it's a progressive learning, you know, like from the minimum thing to going like on more complicated things. But it's just about, being patient, and especially with yourself. And sometimes also takes distance. It's also good.
Thank you. No, that really helped. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, I like this idea of this threshold of frustration, that once you're past that's you really are eager for new challenges and finding new things. So it really helps. Yeah, true. Yeah. Good. Anyone else? Questions? No? Okay, shall we take a short break, and then maybe if people are up for it, we can do some jams. Yeah? Cool. Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hi. Yeah, everything's on. Like I can. There you go. All right. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. I'll start now because Timo is waiting. Can I start? Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Hi, I'm Ben. You might remember me from the High Five workshop. I'm glad it picked up. So I'll do it very, very quickly. I'm Ben. I'm doing I based in The Hague, also doing live coding. I'm doing my PhD in tech in Germany on permacomputing in the built environment and ethical computing in the built environment in buildings and in housing. And part of that research, I taught a class at KIST, the Code Institute of International Design, called Computer Room, where students examined the possibilities of inconveniencing household objects and inconveniencing our lives. I'm going to skip to what they did eventually. Is one of the project was a over-engineered single watering machine. This has a lot of sensors in them, and all they do is water one plant. And it was two groups because we had a small class, which is just a 2-week class, just a brute force 2-week class. And another thing that they did is a garbage DIY inspiration station. Because part of what we did is we taught them how to install and run LLMs locally on their machines, and then how to run them locally on the tiniest Raspberry Pi that we can find. And they have this trash recycling station there. It's a KIST that they take trash out and make stuff out of it. They have no idea what to do with it. So they make this DIY trash recycling inspiration station with an actual working LLM inside of it. I just want to know. Yeah, something working LLM inside of this they talk to and they give us ideas. They also manage the system prompt. They completely reconfigure the LLM to tell them exactly what to do with DIY. But so this is like our spaces because I haven't prepared anything. They have this Facebook-like thing for kids, very funny. So one of the things that we taught them how to do is how to understand resources inside of your computer. So we gave them this sketch. You can see this is using media pipe to your fingers, and it gives them this like how much memory, how much CPU, how much energy it's taking. And then they had to use the LLMs that they have installed locally to configure this sketch. But for the live coding, what we did, in order to tell them to make them, this is all open source, so they had to document everything very, very rigorously, and also upload it to GitHub. All the code is available, everything's available, but we wanted to show them what it means to do open source software, which is permacomputing, like a small software that weighs 1 or 2 kilobytes and does one thing. And the best thing was Orca. And I don't know if you know Orca, but Orca is an esoteric live programming language that uses these glyphs and things to generate MIDI signals. And it's created by 100 Rabbits, which is a duo that lives on a boat and makes these things. I'm not going to go into detail about them because we don't have time. And they also have their own synthesizer. So they really explored on these people. These are industrial and graphic design students. They have no idea in music. It's a crash course on how to install and just go and play with it. It was very, very interesting to see how some of them react to it, how some of them react to not only live coding environment, but like small programs that do just one thing. Some of them are used to Ableton, and they got very, very confused at the last UI. Some of them had no idea about music, they never touched it. So this was very, very intuitive for them. I think I have, yeah. And they all started teaching each other. And I just gave them like small feedback on where to look for things, but they all taught each other. And they ended up making some music and some beats, so I thought it was very interesting to show you guys how to like use live coding tools to teach other things and not just live coding. That's it. That's all I had. And if someone wants, I can send you the links to the GitHub and the website they did for their projects. It's I can show you something very quickly now. I think so. Matteo. I think. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a presentation. It's you. So one of them, this is the trash. They had a whole website of everything, their inspirations, how they build it, all the code, everything's there. That's it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thanks. Sorry, Timo, you go ahead and do whatever you want. Can I, is it good?
So, hello. Timo is in the jam. He's logged in by Vlog, so the sound's coming from him, and Richard is doing the visuals. So you know.
pick 2 random people? No. But if somebody would like to...
Who's next? Yes, somebody volunteer, please.
Else we will pick 2.
We want volunteers to perform. Who would like? Are you? Come on. Come on. Flora? Okay, Rick, we do it together? You do visuals? Okay. I'm going to do some audio, and Rick is going to do some visuals. So grab a HDMI. Thank you, Richard, for the beautiful visuals.
As your resident pencil picker, how long would you like to perform for?
Yeah, I will. Let's do 10 minutes. 10. We're going to have a short break for a changeover, and we're going to have about a 10-minute or so spontaneous jam by me and Rick.
A spontaneous one.
What? Wouter. Where are you? Where are you?
Number one. Hello. Everybody, whoever is following this stream, and everybody in the house, we're gonna wrap up this 12th edition, 1 year of meetups of the Rotterdam live coding community, with new rising stars and some Hydra queens here in the room. This was really great. Thank you, everyone, and till next time.